So, UorfiJaved, delight to have you talking to me. I've just finished watching the show and I loved every minute of it. I thought it was great, very spunky, very feisty, just like you. So, many congratulations. I think it'll do very well.
Thank you. I'm really hoping. Thank you.
Yeah. So, Urfi, let's get to the conversation right away. What made you decide to move from fiction and television to making yourself the star? I mean, what was the moment? Because you were doing pretty okay in the serials, right?
No, no, I was doing side characters, and that was who wants to do okay? I wanted to do great. I am not someone who's okay with okay. I have
Right.
always had great ambitions, and I mean, doing okay cannot get you anywhere. It can maybe you can pass by your life, but that's not what I want.
I mean, it must have taken a great leap of faith because television gives you a steady income and your face is there, you're in the public domain. What was the moment when you decided this is not for you?
No, no, I since the moment I entered television, that television was just for rent nikal jaye, kharcha nikal jaye. I never liked doing television, and I was never the lead also. So I always wanted that kind of fame and that kind of recognition, which I never got from television. So it was not like it was a decision that I made. This was always there back of my mind.
So was it the Big Boss that transformed your career, you think? What was it?
I
What was
think
the
after
moment?
Big Boss, media recognized me and I got some attention. So I started doing what I do to get the media attention again.
Which was fashion?
You are too kind to call it fashion. People have not called it fashion. You can call it anything that you want. You can call it being weird. You can call it uh, I don't know, anything. But I was not even trying to do fashion. Uh, that's my honest thing. I was not trying to become a fashion icon. I was just trying to grab eyeballs.
What prompted it? I mean, what was the moment when you thought that this is going to grab attention? Because there's so many storytellers out there and they have different kinds of telling their story. What made you decide that Urfi Javed is the story?
I I I mean, randomly one of my pap video went viral. It was
Which one?
not. So I came out of the airport when I got eliminated from Big Boss. I was wearing a sports bra and a
Hmm.
jacket, crop jacket. So people like made it sound like a Big Boss OTT contestant went wearing a bra at the airport, and I
Hmm.
thought, great. I mean, these things do go viral, so let's go. Let's do stuff. Let's move in the direction of shock value. So it was
Right.
a conscious decision.
No moment of sleeplessness. Where is my next rent going to come from?
Next trend,
Rent.
rent.
Where rent? I mean, where is the next paycheck going to come from?
See, I still have those sleepless nights. It's an everyday struggle for us. It's just that now I know I have my next rent, but how will I manage 6 months later? So that is an endless struggle. So I'm just trying to balance that with this thirst for fame and money and everything. But I've realized if we work from a place where there's fear, you really you tend to make decisions which are not always good. When you work from a place of abundance and fearlessness, you tend to make decisions which work in your favor.
Right. Absolutely. And I think that's quite evident in the series as well. We'll come to the docu-series a little later. But first, I wanted to ask you a little about your education. I've been to the City Montessori School in Lucknow. It's huge, huge. And,
Yeah.
amazing. It's pretty interesting the way they teach as well. Were you interested as a student because you also went to Amity, is that so? In
So,
Lucknow or Noida is not sure.
no,
I'm
no,
not sure.
not Noida. I was in Amity, Lucknow. I only completed one semester. I didn't
What
have the money.
semester?
Yeah, I didn't
Oh,
have the
you didn't have the.
money to.
Oh,
Yeah, yeah,
right,
yeah. So yeah, I mean, we left the house. So
right.
where will I get that kind of money to complete another semester? So no, I didn't complete college. And yeah, City Montessori is a big school. I was an okay student till I think ninth. After ninth, I stopped studying. And I have not
Okay.
touched a single book, like my course book from ninth to 12th. I never studied. I went to the exam without studying.
Why is that? You had
I
other
think there were
things
too
to
many
do.
problems. I don't know. There were too many problems at my house every day. I just became this rebel because constantly I was being told, harassed by relatives and abused by my father. So I don't know. मेरा मन ही नहीं लगता था फिर पढ़ाई में. I just became this person who didn't want. I opened my book, but I couldn't concentrate. So it was
Right.
very difficult. And then I just lost interest only.
How did the school treat you?
Honestly, at that time, teachers and students, no one really knew what I was going through. And I mean, they were indifferent, and I didn't like my teachers, if truth is to be told. I'm not very fond of any teacher. And they were also, a lot of teachers were, I think when some things leave like a really dark mark on you, like
Yeah,
you remember things for your childhood. So I think a lot of teachers were like that, toxic. Our
yeah,
teachers were very toxic at that time. I believe that. So they
yeah.
would say stuff on your character. They would say stuff on everything and anything. Though not me. I mean, I was still quiet and everything. But I would see teachers commenting shit on other girls, and I don't know. I just felt
You didn't
weird.
like that. Yeah, yeah. So, I mean, what I like about you, Urfi, is not just your own self, but you have a sense of vision, about what women ought to be like, what girls can do. I mean, it's quite clear when you talk, when with the dynamics in your family. So, where does that come from? Because you're not just looking at yourself, but you're looking at yourself in the context of the society as well. Where does that understanding come from?
I think understanding happens with time. uh, Everything you understand is definitely with time. And I'm sure 5 years down the line, I would look at this interview and I would be like, what was I saying? What was I thinking? So it's all about time. Though my vision is very clear. I want to be very rich and famous, and I think that is, everything else around is just noise. This is what I want.
I found it very interesting. You made a distinction between bhook and lalach, and you said you're quite happy to be lalchi.
I am lalchi, call it, I mean, and I'm not even satisfied right now with what I have. I'm
How
not
did the
happy.
idea, how did the idea Follow Kar Lo Yaar come about?
So my agency, uh, they had this idea. They wanted to
Which
do a
is your
photo reality.
agency?
The agency,
Okay, the agency. It's called the agency.
yeah, in the show also it's called the agency.
Yeah, I know. I was just wondering. I thought you were just trying to mask it, but it's called the
Yes,
agency.
they are
Yeah.
trying to mask
So-
it, but so I'm not allowed to say. It's a very big agency. I don't think so. I'm allowed to use the name because of
Okay.
some legal issues. They don't
Yeah,
want it to
yeah,
be
yeah.
on camera. So they had this idea, and they went to Seoul, they went to Amazon, and that's how it started. It was not my idea; it was their idea.
And was it easy to convince your mother and the sisters and the
Yeah, yeah,
brother?
very
The
easy.
brother seems the brother is the sweetest and the least acting bhuka and lalchi. He doesn't
Yeah,
seem to
yeah,
be interested in.
he's been like that since his childhood. He's not very fame hungry or money hungry. He's not like that. He's different.
So, Urfi, you also say in the show that you want to be an entrepreneur and like the richest in the world. What's that one big idea that still is there an idea that's still eluding you, or is that something that you're actually doing, the shapewear idea?
We're doing shapewear and everything along with other things as well. In fact, I have my
Okay.
meeting tomorrow, so let's see. We're still brainstorming before we start so that we do it in a proper way. We don't just waste my or anyone's time.
Right. Have any of your people from Lucknow, from the time when you were young, have they tried to get in touch with you again, or
Yeah, a lot of my
yeah?
yeah batchmates and schoolmates, they classmates, they messaged me that they watched the show, they liked it. That was sweet.
But it doesn't really make much difference to you. I mean, that era is over. That's gone.
No, I mean as in I'm happy that they reached out. It's okay. It's not like I it's a good thing only. I'm not like कि अरे अभी क्यों message किया 10 साल पहले क्यों नहीं किया.
Right.
Of course there's a thought. I do feel like that
Ah,
with certain people who were close to me and who completely forgot about me when I was struggling, and now they're messaging. Then yes, but if few of my batchmates or classmates they message me and we were not close, then I feel it's okay. I think that they had their own struggles, which
what
I
was
know nothing about.
yeah? What was the time that you were auditioning for shows, for fiction shows, for non-fiction shows? What was that time like?
I mean, it was a time when I was traveling in buses and giving 10, 15 auditions in a day, not even knowing where my next meal will be from. Not that I was scared. I had good friends. If not good, I had good number of friends, and I knew I'm not going to die hungry. So that was not my concern. My concern was, of course, I have to pay rent. I have to send money back home, other things. So that was just very, very, very stressful. Life was very stressful.
But it continues to be stressful, right? I mean, once you achieve something, then you want more, then you want more. I mean, there's no limit, right? But
I mean, it
there
is
is there
stressful now, but at least I can just go to Paris whenever I want and take a few days off. So I can just buy myself Dior whenever I want now. So I like this kind of stress.
who wouldn't? But
Exactly. So,
yeah, I know. But Urfi, has your father ever tried to reach out to you?
no, 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 no. It's not like we were very close and suddenly this happened. We were never close. Nothing. There was no relationship. It was anyways a very toxic, abusive relationship. So it's not, there was, I swear, there's no love from his side or my side. From either side. I never felt any love towards him or him towards me or any of us. I'm very sure.
Right. Urfi, you also get trolled a lot because of your faith, and you are quite vocal about your faith as well, and how you see it in relation to ship to what's happening around us. What do you, as a young Muslim woman, how is there any advice that you'd like to give to uh,
I am
young
not
women?
religious. I'm not at all religious. I do not
Right.
follow Islam. I but I do participate in religious activities by my family or my or any other religious activities. I go to Gurudwara. I attend. You know, I do havan at my house. So just for positivity. I mean, my as a I don't think so. I'm the right person to give anyone any advice when it comes to religion. But I cannot change the fact that I am Muslim and I was born Muslim. I cannot change that fact. So if you insult any religion, not just Islam or any religion, I would feel bad. I would because that's not how I feel towards human beings.
Actually, I find it quite remarkable how you're so poised, and you speak so well, and it's a difficult thing speaking so well. How much have you invested in your grooming and in your in the person you've become now?
I mean, of course, I knew English, not that well though. I studied in an English medium school, but we never used to speak English. I don't know. After I came to Mumbai, I think slowly, I started meeting people. I started having conversations with them, and people were actually, speak in English like this, like very fluently. And I would actually take time to understand it. Yes. Okay, thoda slow bolo. Even right now, if an American guy or girl comes in front of me and they start speaking, I would still take time. Okay, with the accent and everything. I don't know. It just happened. It was never like I groomed myself. Maybe I started reading and I started watching a lot of English shows and all, so that helped me maybe.
Yeah, because it's quite remarkable how fluent you are, right? I mean, not to be disrespectful, but it's you must have really worked on yourself because no one can tell that you were not
Actually,
fluent in English at any point.
no, but it's a notion that people have just because what I do on Instagram, that they think that I'm not well spoken, or they
Yeah,
think that I because they
exactly.
think only a dumb idiot who doesn't know what they're doing will do what I am doing. But it's actually the opposite. Maybe I want you to think I'm dumb and I'm taking away everything.
I think you're one of the smartest people I know, or at least from your public, appearances, I think you are. But when you also through the show keep saying you don't have friends and don't know people in the industry, but you do, don't you? I mean, look at Sandeep Khosla or Ori. I mean, these are all very smart people. Would you consider them mentors, or would you consider them people you've learned from, or do you have a mentor?
No, no, I
And
don't.
Varka, I know, for instance, again, a very fine therapist whom you go to. But you don't have a mentor as such.
I don't think they're my mentors. No, it's not like if I want to discuss something, I go to them. I discuss my everyday life decisions with them. And Ori is a friend, but we are not uh, like friends. How I don't know his relationship status. He doesn't know my relationship status. So we just when we meet. It's nice. Even with Sandeep, we're not friends because I have that level of respect for him. He's been very nice to me. So in that boundary, we are friends. But it's not like I'm calling Sandy and I'm like, hey Sandeep, bata kya chal raha hai aaj? I can't do
Right.
that. I can't do that.
So are you lonely, Urfi?
No, no, no.
No? You
I'm
have enough?
alone.
You're a loner.
I like being alone, but that doesn't mean that I'm lonely. I enjoy my
Right.
times with my books. I enjoy my time with my family, with my friends when I can. I have never felt, maybe sometimes, but not right now. I don't feel lonely at all.
Are you still in therapy?
Yeah, I do go to therapy here and there. I do visit Varkha here and there.
What do you read?
I mean, it's a lot of different books. Sometimes I do read fiction, and I love Elif Shafak. 40 Rules of Love happened to be my
Yeah,
favorite book. And then I was reading Simulation Hypothesis by Rizwan Burke. Um, then it's different. I was also reading Dr. Brian Weiss. Yeah,
right.
initially I started reading, so I read all of his and most of his books actually. And then sometimes when I'm in the mood to cheer myself up or just motivate myself up, like Atomic Habits or yeah, James Clear. Yeah,
We should invite you to a lit fest and have a literary discussion with you. That would scare people.
that would actually scare me. That would not scare people because then I read it for myself. But you actually
Right.
tell me to go and have a discussion about it, I'll just forget everything.
So how hard do you work? I mean, if do you have a typical day or every day is a new day? I mean, is there time in the day when you do your meditation or exercise or whatever it is that keeps you happy?
I don't meditate. I find meditation boring. But I do go to the gym. I wake up at 6:30. I go to the gym. I do weight training. Then I do my MMA. And then I maybe run for
MMA?
half an hour. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Wow. Then,
Then I do go for my Pilates and then I'm back.
right. And then whatever the day brings, whatever
Whatever the day
assignment.
we planned, yeah.
Yeah.
If I have to go for my outfits fitting, I'll go for that. If I have a meeting with my designers or if I have a brand shoot and whatever it is, mostly I avoid meeting friends Monday to Friday, Monday to Thursday. Friday, Saturday, I'm still okay. Sunday, I can try.
So, at this point in your life,
Ma'am,
Urfi,
sorry.
yeah,
Please,
just the
please.
last question. At
Sure.
this point in your life, Urfi, just the last question. What is it that makes you happy?
Money and numbers and views, because right now my show just released, so as many members numbers as the numbers go up, my happiness also goes up. If I mean it might change someday, I'm not saying I'll be like this forever, but right now, numbers.
Will you stop putting yourself down at some point and realize that you are a superstar? Or,
I don't feel that way. I have not
huh?
felt that way that I am a superstar. For some reason, I'm not able to get what I want, and that lalach is increasing. So I'm just eagerly waiting for that moment. If I feel that way, I'll definitely tell you.
Okay. Just the last question. Is there anything that has happened recently after the show which has surprised you? Has someone called you and you're excited about it? Has anything like that happened after the show released?
I mean, a lot of people messaged me, a lot of people called, to only my friends. I'm not really excited when people call me. That's people's validation is not exciting
Hmm.
enough. But I was
Hmm.
happy when Ananya messaged me that she was the first one.
Huh.
Actually, she watched the
Acha.
show as soon as it dropped. So
Wow.
I was pleasantly happy and surprised. She
Right.
watched it. She made her friends. She made her team watch it. So and she sent me a snap like it had dropped like just 6 hours. Like
Right.
8 in the morning she was shooting and she's sending me a picture that hey watching the show, and I was like, that is sweet. And she finished it in one day.
Right. So did I, but it's okay. I'm not Ananya Pandey. But thank
But
you so
we
much,
had never
Urfi.
spoken. Ananya and I had met. That's why.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I would be equally happy if I would have known you.
Yeah, but I do hope to meet you someday. I think you're a marvelous person and all the very best. I hope everything you want in life comes true for you. Thank
Thank
you
you.
so
Thank you.
much. Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Bye. Bye, Sarfraz. Thank
Bye.
you.
Thank
Thank
you
you so
so much,
much.
ma'am. I'll
Bye.
connect with you. Yes. Bye bye.